Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to SR Loss. Okay, this is a game from my team Scrim. I'm their coach. It's not a professional team. It's just anybody who is below masters, probably below diamond. Uh, they're doing a Scrim. It's a 6v6. So it's organized by Amateur Watch Project AWP. You can find the Discord. There's AWP in NA, in EU, and in Asia. So I will be reviewing this. I'll be pointing out anything which I think it's a misplay or something which you should avoid to do, and I'll be calling it out. Does this apply in solo queue or does this apply in 6v6 or is it just it applies for everything? I'll be skipping over stuff which most of the time is related to mechanics. If I say something like aim better, that's not really helping. So let's just assume this is going to be a decision making and game science coach. Okay, but just a big disclaimer. I play almost. I don't even think I played 5 matches of 6v6 since season 3. The last time I played 6v6 in season 1 and 2. After that, I totally stopped doing that. I just become one trick and I just do solo queue. So I might not be the best person to take advice from if you talk about 6v6, team com and stuff like that. But I'll be giving feedback based on I'm just treating this as a solo queue. If you see this, how you're gonna react? Because I think anything below masters, even below diamond, I'll say uh, just pick your best hero. Team com doesn't matter as much as you think. I've won games with 60 PS versus enemies 222, like stuff like that. If everybody's picking their best hero, it might work. Just I rather you pick your best hero. As long as you have one main tank and one main healer for DPS, just roll with it. Okay. But obviously this is a Scrim. Everybody already have their roles. So okay. So yeah, let's just start the game. Okay. Just because this is the third time I'm doing this VOD, I'll just say if you're recording a VOD, before you leave the spawn room, when the countdown timer starts, just press the tab key. So the person reviewing the VOD or when you're watching on your own replays, you can have an idea. Okay, what's our team com? Okay, because usually I like to give a comment on the team com. I can tell you, if in the ideal situation, what you want to run, what you don't want to run. But since I can't see, um, I can just judge from here. I see a Rhine, I see a Diva, I see a Mercy. Okay.
One call.
Rhine Diva is not optimal, but it's not the worst. It's okay. Usually people play Rhine's Aria, uh, or Winston Diva, these two combo. But on Hanamura it's okay because if they run a Mei, you want the Diva to like bait the Mei wall. So instead of Rhine going in head first, if you know there's a Mei, Diva will go through the choke first. Mei will wall off Diva. Most of the time that's what she'll do. She wall off Diva, then Diva just fly out from the left side. Okay. Then Mei don't have the wall. Then ideally Lucio just speed boost the whole team past the choke. Okay. That's in the ideal world. So I don't mind Rhine Diva. It's okay, Yeah, we have a Lucio.
I think they have drunk.
Okay, you're running Farah. So if you're running Farah, Lucio can't heal Farah, which is why yes, you need a Mercy. If there's no Mercy, you want to run a Farah, please pick Zenyatta. Lucio, Moira, Ana, it's quite hard to heal Farah. Alright, Mercy, of course, is the best healer for Farah. But currently, Mercy's 50 heals per second is a little weak. But let's say if you are in Gold Plat, Mercy is okay because the accuracy of Ana isn't like pinpoint. Like I'll say pinpoint Ana only exists in Grandmasters. So even if I play Ana, I'm going to miss a lot. I won't be surprised if I play Ana, Mercy out heal me. I'm not that good with Ana. So yeah. So team com, I'm satisfied. You have a Tracer. Tracer Farah. Yeah, it's okay. As you don't have both DPS being hard counted. Let's say you're going Farah, and another DPS is for example Widow. Then one Pharah and another one is something that get hard counter by Widow. Let's say you're running Widow and Pharah. So if the enemy Widow is good, then you just lose the game because the Widow can just kill Pharah for free, can kill your Widow for free, and you just lose. So okay, Widow, Tracer Pharah, I think it's okay.
Oh, there's a jump threat.
Okay, good. The first call out. We'll talk about who should call out what later. But I'm just saying, generally the first call out should be the main tank informing the backline. Okay, what are they running? If they're running, what do you need to inform immediately? If they're running a Widow, please inform the team immediately. That is one of those heroes. If the enemy have a Widow, everybody has to be behind cover, behind the barrier, else you just get picked off and you lose the game. Alright. If they're running snipers, you have to call out immediately. Widow, Hanzo, Ashe, these are the heroes you need to call out immediately. If they're running something like on this map, Mei, something which the moment you know it will change the way you play, you have to call out immediately. If you see a Reaper behind the team, you need to call out immediately because that will change how are you going to play that second itself. Okay. If they're running like Soldier McCree, you can they're running Soldier McCree. Okay. You can even call out the tanks before that. So what is the first thing you want to call out? You want to call out enemy DPS. That's usually what determines the team comp. Or if it's very obvious they're running goats, you just say, okay, they're running goats. So that should be the first call out of the game. The main tank, because the main tank is in front, he's the first person to see what's going on. The main tank will call out what enemy team comp they're running, what type of DPS they're running. And the tank will call, okay, what are we going to do? Are we going to push to the left, going to push to the right? Okay, that's a decision for the tank to make. And once the tank just say push to the left, everybody just follow. Doesn't matter if it's right or wrong, just follow it. Okay, it's better for everybody to go for the wrong direction, but you do it together. Then half of the team is right, half of the team is wrong. That's just the worst thing that can happen. Especially when you're playing Scrim, everything is more organized. So if you're gonna make a call out which you don't agree with, it's okay. Just follow the call out, and you can talk about it during the discussion session. Okay. So any calls which is made, just follow. Generally, you want to make this type of call outs. The main tank, Reinhardt, Winston, will call where are we going to attack from, where are we going to push from, top, bottom, left, right, or are we going to go into the room on the left? How are we going to go? That's a decision for the tank to decide. Who are we going to shoot? Usually it's the DPS. They will call out. Like there's a coach who recommend projectile DPS call out who to focus. Okay, in this case, Pharah will call out who to focus. Then Tracer just see if it's possible to support. Okay, Diva is it possible to support. So DPS call out who to shoot. Healer, in this case Mercy or Lucio, call out when to retreat. Okay, if you're attacking and before you reach the choke, before you pass the choke, already 2% down, then the healer has to say, okay, stop pushing, back to base. Stop pushing, back to base. The reason is because if you lose 2 team members, there's no way you win a 4v6. 5v6, sometimes you can make it pull off. If the enemy is not very coordinated, especially in solo queue. 5v6, if you're in silver, gold, platinum, diamond, just continue. It's okay. You can win a 5v6. 4v6 is almost never going to happen. So just rather than feeding ultimates, you see 2% or your teammate down, or your teammate is 3% down, the enemy is 1% down, just the main healer says, okay, back. Just pull back. Okay, that's about call outs.
Hello? Yeah, I cannot kill you, Johnson. Ryan is
no problem. I don't need healing yet.
Don't wait.
Push.
They're all like really intimidated and confused.
Main point?
No one's looking. Okay, never mind, again resetting me. I'm dead.
Okay, 2 down. See this? Lucio, please turn on speed boost, stop healing. Turn on speed boost, everybody get out. Okay.
My damage spell is upon you.
Okay, back off.
Okay, I don't mind that. It's okay. I think at a choke just now you hesitate a little bit. I think it's okay. If you're gonna play in a 6v6, then you wanna be a bit faster. But if it's solo queue, that's fine. It's not this. It's okay. Once you regroup, don't stand around here. Especially if they have a flanker like Genji, he can just wall climb on top and just get free ultimate charge or just kill you. Once you decide to call out, don't stand around this area. Walk all the way back to your base. Okay, walk behind your enemy Reinhardt, your teammate Reinhardt shield. Don't stand. Yep, you stand here. Bad things can happen. I'm not even sure what Ana is doing here. It's so brave, this Ana. If you are very confident, yes, sure, but I assume this is the enemy Ana. If you are the Ana, don't do this. If you're Genji, you're standing here, you want to farm ultimates because it's a 4v6. There are 2 men down, there's only 2 healers and 1 baby diva. Go ahead. Ana, because you don't have mobility, you can't really like just get out of that place very quickly. That Genji has his deflect, has his dash. He's free to come here and farm ultimates. Ana is not. Don't stand at this area. Walk all the way back. Alright? Pharah, please. Pharah now. Okay, once you call out 2% is dead. Pharah, there's two things for you to do. One is you either die quickly or you faster reposition. You move towards point B. Okay, move towards point B, or I'm not sure if you're. Depends on enemy team comp. Sometimes it's okay to go to point on the left side of point A. Okay, but if you want to be safe, just get the hell out of there. Go to point B. There's nobody on point B. If let's say Genji, Mercy, Zenyatta, 3% chase you, just faster kill yourself so you can regroup faster. If they can't chase you, then try to go to point B and set up a flank. Once your team is at a choke, you can go behind and shoot rockets. Okay, so yeah, those are the 2 things you should be planning to do now. When you're waiting for regroup, speed boost all the way back to your base. Don't stand here healing yourself. You're feeding enemy Genji his blade. Probably Genji is going to get more ultimate than Lucio. Okay, if this is what's going to happen. And Orisa can just pull 3 of you together, Genji Swift Strike. 3 of you going to get the Swift Strike. So don't.
Healing spell is upon you.
I'm behind there.
Okay, I see 4%. Pharah is behind. That's 5. Who is the
You can tell me when to die.
Okay, Diva.
Not yet.
Okay, Diva just got a mech. Okay. This is push number 2. They have a Junkrat. Okay, they have a Junkrat, you have a Pharah. So what's the strategy? The strategy is to make Junkrat come out of the small room he is. Okay, that's one of the things you want to do. You want to not stay in this choke because this is where Junkrat is strongest. You don't want to stay here quickly. Once you go to open area, Junkrat is not going to do a lot of things to you. Okay. So if you're attacking, first try to move into a better position. The defender will always have a better position than you. They have the high ground. They are all surrounding the choke. You are forced to come in 2 at a time, 3 at a time. You can't pass 6 at a time. So the first thing you want to do is to set up a good position. Number 2 is to pick off anybody if you can. But you're not running pick off comp, Pharah, Tracer, unless the execution is very sweet. Probably enemy's not gonna die. You probably want to fight on a point or fight in the center. don't want to stay in this choke. Okay, so let's see if you can get these two things done.
My servants never die.
Okay, enemy use 2 ultimates, Lucio ult or Risa ult. If it's possible, try to make them use another one. So they use 3 ultimates, you use 1. Then you don't use any more ultimates. Let them just use all the ultimates. Then next team fight, you have more stuff to use.
Rocket barrage incoming.
I think you just won the first point. Whenever this happen, okay, Lucio, you heard the junk, right? So the only way they can hold the point A is if their tire gets 2 or 3% kill. So what you want to do as Lucio, speed boost, okay, and everybody please just split up a little. So this is why Rip Tire is quite good. It's because it forces the enemy to, it zones the enemy, it forces them to not be in a good position. When you launch Rip Tire, they have like what, 1-2 seconds to get out of harm's way. So during that time, your team can chase. Okay, if you're the defender, if you're the Junkrat, Farah just did this, you already lost a point. Don't try to, probably don't use your ult. Okay, I'll say, if you're already 2% down, don't use your ult. Just say, okay, we lost point A, and use your ultimate for the next point, because on 2 CP, the worst thing that can happen is the attacker take the first point and they steamroll onto the second point with ultimates. You don't want that to happen. That happens a lot. Okay, in my games that happens a lot. When I was climbing in the ladder, that happens a lot. So your Rip Tire can prevent the attacker from instantly capturing point B. So you want to use your ultimate for that. Using it here, very big gamble. These big gambles usually do not pay off as you climb the ladder. Now it might work, you know. I don't know what's going to happen next. I haven't watched this video. For all I know, it might just team kill. I don't know that, but usually this is something you don't want to do if you are fighting against better enemies.
Oh shit, I'm slapped.
Okay, it really kills 2%. Tracer. I don't expect Tracer to be killed by the tire. You have recall, you have blink, so I don't know. I don't play Tracer. Try. If your recall wasn't on cooldown, then yeah, that's something you should avoid. If your resources are all used, you do not have blinks, you do not have recall, then okay, too bad. That's nothing you can do.
No.
It's okay. I think you are still good.
I'm being attacked. With it.
Oh my god. The enemy just donated how many ultimates did they use? You use Valkyrie, you use Rocket Barrage, they use Nano Blade. Oh, it's just Nano Boost, it's not Nano Blade. Sorry. Okay, it's Nano Blade. Very, very delayed Nano Blade. They want to use everything. Good, it's very good for the attacker. The next fight, you have your Reinhardt ultimate. You have your self-destruct. These two alone, it's very good. Yeah. This team fight, the attacker already won it.
We're not regrouping, right? Okay, I think we are.
Regroup or not regroup? Regroup or not regroup? I think you need to regroup. I'm not very good with this decision. I say either way, you know, somebody can point out my mistake, but if I'm in the game, I don't know which is the correct decision, because on 2 CP, if you're attacking the first point with ultimate advantage, your enemy just spend a lot of stuff. There's an argument to be made, you know. You want to just do a proper regroup and just push in with ultimate advantage. But there's also an argument to, hey, we have spawn advantage, so just trickle in, you probably win. I'm not sure which is correct. In solo queue, it's okay to trickle in for the first point. Okay, I don't think it's a very clear cut.
Such a good Genji that he's like, that's
Genji, not really. It's Nano Blade. You should be killing 2%.
Do one. Let's just do a free out. Everyone burn their out.
Bewundere
Yes,
die
sir.
For me, it's kind of funny.
Somebody,
Yeah.
yeah,
them.
they just burned their out. What was his ultimate charge when he switched?
We're not regrouping, right? Okay.
72,
I think
73.
Such a good Genji that he's like, let's just do one. Let's just do a
Switching of 70% out charge. Just for the Genji. I don't think the Genji can get a lot of value. Like, what are you running? You're running Tracer, Pharah, Mercy, Lucio, Diva, Reinhardt. The only person Genji can disturb is Mercy, and he's defending. It's not easy to pull off a defensive Genji, which is why I don't like people to pick flankers on defense. That's me. I don't think his Genji like hard counters. Just he can farm anybody for free. It's more like his team is doing work. So I disagree with changing Reinhardt to Winston. Okay, you have 70%. You can just do another fire strike or something. Do some damage. You can get your Earth Shatter, which that alone can win a team fight itself. So I disagree with this. Okay.
free out. Everyone burn their out.
Bewundere
The outer for me, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Now show them.
Anyway, we have
Let's get you back out there.
I'm gonna go through.
Okay. Another thing about voice comms. Don't use the word I. Usually when I play, I say Hanzo need heals, Hanzo flanking. I'll say your Hanzo is flanking because there might be an enemy Hanzo. I'll say your Hanzo need heals. Okay. If you are going to dive in, say your Winston is going to dive in. If you say I'm going to dive in, I actually need to look at the top left corner. So if my eyes are focused here, I need to change here. My eyes need to come here. That might be half a second, 1 second. That might be enough time for Widow to headshot me. So it's best if I can just listen. Oh, my Winston is diving in. Okay. Now Winston just said that if you are Diva, what you should be doing? You should be following the Winston. If you are Mercy, what you should be doing? You should be, once Diva fly to this window, you Guardian Angel and follow her. That's what's supposed to be happen. Winston dive in alone like this. It's, I don't know if it's Winston's right or wrong because I don't play Winston. Okay, but if he makes a decision, everybody have to commit. How can everybody commit? Winston dive. Lucio should be finding a way to speed boost anybody who can't go in together. And Winston, if you're going to dive in, give your team some time to set up so they can follow you. You have a Tracer, you have a Pharah. I assume, I'm not sure if they switch, alright, to be honest. If you're going to dive in, you make the decision, then you do not just do it immediately. You wait for your team to be able to support you. So how is Tracer going to support you? Tracer can climb all the way up here. Where Mercy is standing, on top there's a bridge. So Tracer can climb all the way up there and blink inside this choke. That's what Tracer can do. Pharah can just go in, no problem. Diva can just fly, no problem. So as Winston, you want to wait for your Tracer to go in together with you. Or slightly behind you. Not like this, just you going alone. You do that. Okay, if you're doing a 6v6, okay, you're doing a scrim. You communicate your Diva have to follow you. Once you reach like goal, I don't think if Winston goes in alone, he can do a lot of things on himself. It's very unlikely. Most of the time, it's going to be a bad thing. The enemy will just, oh, there's a free Winston. Everybody just shoot him once, and he's dead. Okay. So yeah, if you want to play Winston Diva, can both tanks and the flanker do some practice. Okay, on every map. Say we're gonna dive in. Then everybody go into position. Once Winston jump, everybody follow. Okay. Winston's job there is to absorb the damage, use the barrier to protect you, to avoid your team taking damage. That's his job. Once he goes in, it's not Winston's job to kill anybody. Okay. Last time I used to think Winston's job is to just kill Genji. Sorry, Overwatch you can't think of this as a 1v1. Winston go in and kill Genji, then we go in. It's not gonna work that way. Genji will just dash backwards, then everybody's just gonna shoot Winston and he's gonna feed 500 points of ultimate to an enemy, right?
I would say
I'm honestly surprised Diva's still not going with Winston. Okay. Diva Lucio, you should be doing something. Speed boost, follow, go inside together. Okay. It's a bit late, but okay, at least the idea is there.
Junker is low.
Okay. Once they call Jungrat is low. Okay, it's a bit hard because you might not know where everybody is looking at. But if you know everybody is looking at the same target, it's a, let's just say, make it simple. Two Reinhardts facing each other. You call out somebody is low. Everybody can see the enemy, so it's okay. If that Jungrat usually is very in a place where probably only Farah can shoot him. If you call out, might not be very useful, but it's still okay to call out. Okay, if you want to call out this, okay, Jungrat is low, left side, high ground. Okay, I don't even know where he is. I just assume that is where he is. Winston hears that. Oh, left side, high ground. I'm very near. I'll go and finish him off. Okay. Diva, if you want to use your ultimate, please inform the team. When you use your ultimate, you give your team 3 or 4 seconds to do things. Your team can either get into position, shoot the enemy who is going to walk in a straight line to the cover. So if you want to use your ultimate, especially if you're tanks, you want to use ultimate, please inform the team. Tanks ultimates are very good. Except Winston. Winston out is Reinhardt, Zarya, especially these two. Okay. Orisa, Diva, please inform your team you're going to use ultimate. It's a very powerful resource. You want to give your team 2-3 seconds to prepare mentally. Okay. If they are in a very defensive position, they want to go into a position where they can start taking advantage of the 3 seconds which you give them for Diva out. Okay. In solo queue, if you don't call it out, I won't blame you. If in solo queue you are like me, you leave voice chat, you don't use at all, press Z, wait 2 seconds, then you press Q. You don't just use your Q immediately. Okay. In gold, your ultimate can get a lot of value because sometimes people are just standing in stupid locations, stupid places. But if you are against better players, if your ult is you just use your ult without any coordination, any plans, most of the time your ult is not going to do anything. Okay. Yep. Diva bomb. Maybe kid a break, which is okay. But if you coordinate, maybe you can get more done. And now I just want to cherry pick a little. Just a little.
Junker is low.
Okay. There's no information for me. I was trying to see if Orisa just plays down her barrier. If Orisa just plays down a barrier, that's when you as Diva say, okay, I'm going to out in 2 seconds. Because Orisa can't just place a new barrier to protect the team. And once Orisa just used the barrier, you know where you can throw the bomb, that people will die. Okay, so that's a little information. Okay, good. You use Diva to sort of zone people, you follow up with Lucio. Okay, I like what I see.
Oh, what the?
If I may, nobody is calling out Orisa as low. I'm not saying from DPS or Diva's point of view, so I don't know if everybody's shooting the same thing. But if you're going to shoot at a tank, best is to just call out, okay, let's just kill this tank. Because if you are in a slightly better, if you're in a scrim, most of the time if you just shoot a tank, the tank won't just die. Because the healers will be saving the tank. End up you're feeding the healer ultimate charge. So, which is why you see pro players, when somebody gets hit by a Ana grenade, they will just say Ryan purple. Means everybody please shoot him now, he's gonna die. If they want to focus the tank, usually what they do is they will either use Ana Grenade or Zenyatta Discord Orb. Else the tank very hard to die. Nobody was calling out, but Ori said like, okay, good. But if you want to up your teamwork a little, that's how you want to do it. You don't need to call out everything to focus. If you can, without confusing everybody, is that means your team is very good. But let's say everybody is a new team. Call out things which are very very important. Let's say I'm playing Zenyatta. I don't call out every time by Discord, because I might Discord the Pharah, then I Discord the Tracer, then I Discord the Mercy, then it's like what 1 second I'm going to use the mic 3 times. That's a mic also is a resource. I'm hogging the resources. I'm not letting other people use it. So what our ideally is Zenyatta, you Discord a tank, call it out. If you're discording Mercy, it's okay to not call out. If you Discord a Tracer who is diving you, you better call out, else you're gonna die. Okay? Yes. Somebody diving you, you Discord. You say you probably don't say Discord Tracer. You probably say Tracer diving Zen. Your healer, please help. Okay? Or some way which is shorter. I don't play healers. I don't know how to call out. I usually say Tracer half, Tracer dead. Okay. Okay, we talk about target priority. Usually you do not want to focus the tank first, because honestly tank is very hard to die. The fact that Brigitte is the first person to die, I assume is because D.Va Ultimate kill her. Okay, means D.Va Ultimate forced her to go into a place she don't want, then everybody just bomb her together. I assume that's what happened. I can't see it. Okay, Orisa first person to die. Then next is Pharah bomb Ana. Nobody call for any focus. You want to kill the Ana, probably it's good idea to focus her. But the first person who should die, in my opinion, in this setup, is Junkrat. He has very little chance to get out of the way. I mean, the mine, unless you are very good Junkrat, it's very hard to say, okay, I want to go there. They're diving me now, I want to go there now. It's very hard to do. And if he does it, he's going to travel in a very predictable way. Your team can just blow him up. So I'll say, and Junkrat, why I want to focus him is because he deals a lot of damage. I know it's trash damage, it's not accurate, but it's very easy for Junkrat to do a lot of things. Okay, so I'll say, if you want to focus, Pharah, just find the Junkrat. Everybody just focus him. He's the first person to die in this. I see in this team, he's probably the easiest to kill. Okay, once he's dead, the second target I'll say is Ana. Okay, or if Ana is standing out in the open, then yeah, let's just kill. If Junkrat positioning is very good, Ana positioning is very bad. Okay, call out, please kill Ana. Ana out of position, kill her. Then everybody focus her. Okay. If the tank is out of position, then I think you'll get a free win because tank positioning is the most important thing. If the tank is out of position, I think whatever you do, you're gonna win. So yeah. Okay, that's some.
Junkrat very low.
Junkrat very low.
Another down.
Okay. Lucio the last person to die. That's correct. I know Genji is not easy to hit, so whatever. Lucio the last person to die is fine. Okay, tanks usually the last person to die is a tank. But if it's a Lucio trying to wall ride, I understand sometimes it's not easy to hit him. So yeah.
I don't think they can fight that.
Okay, good. You press tab because I wanted to ask what resources do you have? Now I don't know what the enemy have. Okay, they probably have rally. I'm just guessing. Okay, they probably don't have nano boost. They just use it just now. Maybe they have tire. They don't have nano blade. Genji can't build a blade so fast. Okay, most probably he can't. Okay, unless he's smurfing. So what can they have? They can have Earth Shatter. I'm not sure if they used it. Okay, I hope they don't. So I don't look so my comments don't look so bad. Okay, but I don't see them use rally. So probably they have rally. They probably have Shatter. Okay. When it comes to game sense, tracking ultimate is like my worst skill because I never track people's ultimate. Okay, so if you're a support player, you will need to learn this skill. Okay, it's a very important skill, especially once you hit plat. Go if you don't track players, enemy ultimate is okay, but if you're playing in a scrim 6v6, also it's important. Scrim your individual skill is not so important. How you work with the team, how the team make a decision, that's very important. So tracking ultimates, if you're playing in a scrim, go plat, very important. I wish I can track ultimates, I can't, I'm not Seagull. Okay, so yeah.
I think we can snowball it.
I think you can snowball this. I don't think you can because you only have false bomb. So that's a problem with long videos. I can't see exactly what's happening.
Quite bad.
Okay, good. Wait. I don't think you can snowball, seriously. You only have a pulse bomb and everybody is so far from the next ultimate. There's one condition where you can snowball. The enemy don't know how to set up their defense for this against your team comp. Okay, let's talk about team comp for a short while. This Junkrat is up against Pharmacy. Now in solo queue, unless you're maining Junkrat, the moment you see a Pharmacy, I suggest you switch to hit scan, especially your solo queue. Number one, why? Because if you're playing Junkrat against enemy Pharmacy, your teammates are going to be tilted. Your teammates are going to be, oh, this Junkrat playing this fella playing a Junkrat versus Pharmacy, he's throwing the game. So for the sake of team morale, I would suggest change to Soldier, change to Ashe, change to Bastion, change to Torbjorn. If you can't aim, then just say, okay, they have Pharmacy, who can play hit scan? I change your role with you. Okay, that is what you should do if you're Junkrat. Genji, they have Pharmacy, they have Winston. You should also change. So yes, you can snowball because enemy team comp is suboptimal. The only person who can threaten Pharah is who? Ana. You want to run double projectile DPS against Pharmacy? Can. Make sure you have a D.Va and Ana. Okay? Else. Lucio can't touch Pharah. Junkrat can't touch Pharah. Genji can kill Pharah, can't kill Pharmacy. Brigade, come on. So, okay. I expect them to change, but let's just see what happens. I really like this team comp. Okay, I really like this team comp. Especially on attack, you're just telling the enemy, we're gonna dive you, man. We're gonna dive you. We don't care. We're gonna dive you, and as long as we can keep you guys busy from not shooting our Pharah, we're gonna win. Okay, this is very good on attack. Yeah, this is like your Genji. Who's gonna heal the Genji? Genji's healer is Zen. Ana, if you're good enough. Okay, who's gonna heal Junkrat? I don't know. Brick? I don't know, man.
Can snowball it.
You guys want to go from the side?
Yeah, go from the side.
Okay, I like what you're doing. You're discussing what you're gonna do on the next attack. Good. When you're capturing the point, there's time. Talk about where you're gonna go for. Good. I like this.
I think we all done
Yeah,
character.
we all can. Let's go.
Yeah, we all can.
Go from the left.
Okay. So what you can do when you're capturing, press tab. Analyze your team comp against their team comp. Okay. Based on these two team comp, where do you think is the best way to engage? It's up to the main tank to decide, or the shot caller to decide. One person decide, everybody just follow. Okay.
Objective A captured.
Don't fall in.
Commence attack.
Don't fall.
Punch this first. Okay, wait for cooldowns to reset first.
Oh my god.
I like what he just said. Wait for cooldowns to reset first. Correct. You don't want to go in immediately. When Winston can't lead, when Tracer don't have blinks. Yeah, just wait for the cooldown to reset. Very, very good call up, whoever that was. D.Va's taking damage from who? D.Va just lost her mech, so Because I don't know what happened just now. If you are Mercy, Farah's not being shot at. Try to keep the beam on the tanks, not Farah. Okay. If Farah's not shooting people and not being shot at, don't just pocket Farah. Right? Just follow Diva.
He's in cave actually. Why don't you just pursue him?
Farah kill Genji. Wow. Damn.
Okay, he's dead. Genji is dead.
Nice.
Okay, you gotta pick. Technically it's 6v5. You gotta pick, but actually it's like your 5.5 versus their 5. Baby Diva counts as half a hero. Okay, so it's okay to go in. Okay, it's okay to go in if you think his Genji is very good. I don't think so. Okay, if you think his Genji is very good, okay, there's nothing to there's nothing else to discuss. Go on the point. If the best enemy player, if their carry is dead, just go in. I just don't think it's that great. So it's like, okay, it's 5.5 versus 5. Okay, it's okay. You can go in.
You guys wanna push?
Free Baby Diva. What is this? What is the enemy team doing? Buy one free one. You just kill the Genji. Now the Diva is feeding. Where's the enemy team? Kill her, man.
Go down left, don't go right, don't go right. I think jump is gonna spam the whole way.
Oh my god. Okay. Could have at least took out the mech, I guess. I'm surprised she's not dead. Oh.
You guys
Ready?
can go.
Okay. Ready? No. Let me rest Baby Diva first.
I'm gonna jump.
Wait,
I'm gonna jump.
not yet. Okay, go.
Let's get you back in the fight.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. When they say ready or not, immediately somebody just start, wait. So you can prevent. Okay, to be honest, I don't know where is Farah. Seems like she's very, very far away. If you're gonna do flanking Farah, camp. Yes, you can. You can play flanking Farah. Please wait for your team to go on a point. Wait for the whole enemy team attention to be on your team before you show your face. I don't care if you're flanking as Tracer, Genji, Farah, Reaper, Widow, Hanzo. Yes, I flank as Hanzo. What I do is I wait for my team to go in. I make sure enemy team looking at my team. I don't want them to look at me. Okay, so yep. This can be done even in solo queue, because now very good. Blizzard allow everybody to see through the walls. You can see where your teammate is, so you know the map. If you want to flank, can wait for your team to go on the point, then you show your face. You don't show your face before, else these things will happen.
Oh, there's a diva at the top corner.
Okay. You can't rest the Farah. They got spawn advantage. They got ultimate advantage. 2 decisions you can do. 1, full retreat, which is hard because of the position you are in, or dry push. Dry push means you let enemy spend ultimates. You don't use your ultimate. Okay. You say we just want to farm ultimates. Everybody go in and do damage. Okay. Heal, do damage. Don't use any ultimates. You call that a dry push. I think you can't retreat. You just do a dry push. Just short call on the team. Say okay, we can't win. Do a dry push. Don't use anything. Why such a long sentence is because not everybody knows what's a dry push. So okay, we are 1 man down. We can't win. Dry push. Don't use ultimate. I repeat, do not use your ultimate. Anybody don't understand English, they didn't understand you, then it's okay. It's not your fault, it's their fault. Especially in solo queue. Okay? Diamond don't even know what is dry push, so it's okay if it's the first time you heard this. Okay, why? Because my teammates, they don't know what is dry push. What the? Serious? Oh my god. Okay, if that happens, there's no dry push, just go and cap the point, man. Wow. Hey, Tracer. Hard carry, man.
Oh, nice.
Go!
Oh!
My servants never die.
Can be
Let's talk about this Guardian Angel. Tracer just bombed 3 enemies. You know the Genji just came back. Slightly too early if you ask me. But if you want to use, I don't think I mind it. Just
Oh, there's a diva at the top corner place.
Oh, nice.
Go!
They're all dying though.
go. Okay, I don't play Mercy that much. But if you want to use the Guardian Angel, at least be able to see what are you up against, what type of damage your team is going to take now. Just have an idea. If you see what your team is up against, you might not want to use this ultimate. Okay, so I think Guardian Angel is something you can react. Genji's not diving you now. There's no threat of you dying, so this Guardian Angel might be wasted. Okay, that's my little comment.
My servants never die.
Get diva.
Okay, you have a number advantage, just damage boost, which is correct. Just damage boost. Kill everybody faster, cap the point.
Diva.
Pulse.
Good.
Kill Brigade.
Enemy Brigade is doing the right thing. She didn't just come to the point, she wait for the Reinhardt to come. Reinhardt a bit too eager. He's not supposed to jump here. They have sound barrier. If they have sound barrier, just wait a little bit. You can give the enemy two ticks. It's okay. Just give them 2 ticks. Then use your sound barrier and stall the point. Now is who? Reinhardt, Brick, Lucio 3 versus 5. It's okay. You can stall the point. But make sure your Reinhardt gets the sound barrier. I'm not sure if the Reinhardt is going to get sound barrier. If he get it, very, very clutch sound barrier.
Oh my.
Okay, clutch.
Way. Out. Good sound though.
I'll need to rewatch this.
Rico down. Good sound though.
Kill Brigade.
Never die.
I disagree with kill Brigade because Brigade already pressed S key already, walking backwards. So you standing on a point in camp. I think that's correct.
Die.
Get diva.
No problem.
Diva.
Pulse.
By the way, if it is solo queue, you already won the point. Okay, solo queue don't know how to regroup properly, but because this is a scrim, the enemy is waiting for a few person before the sound barrier. Okay, but honestly, in solo queue, you already won the second point.
Kill Brigade.
Okay, I'm trying to nitpick a little. Once the enemy Lucio uses his ultimate, switch to healing. I don't think the team damage can clear the sound barrier. I don't think it's possible. So just don't die. Wait for Pharaoh to come back. Just heal. Okay.
My way. Out. Good sound though.
Okay. Another thing which I needed to watch just to make sure. Winston ultimate when you're attacking is not very useful. Winston ultimate prolongs the fight. Okay. It doesn't really help your team because you're pushing everybody around. It's very hard for your teammates to shoot. Okay. We are not top 500. You can't say, oh, I hit the person, he fly in the sky, then we do easy to hit shot. Okay, you're top 500, you do that. We are not top 500, we don't do that. Okay, so usually when Winston start pushing things around, I'll just miss every arrow. And I'll be like, oh my god, can you please stop attacking people? That's what I think. Okay, I think it's the same here. If you're attacking as Winston and use ultimate, you extend the fight. Okay, if you are defending, you extend the fight. It's good for you. Okay, but you're attacking, you want the fight to end as fast as possible. Winston, when you press your ultimate, use your ultimate, the overall damage of everybody just go down. Enemy damage go down, your damage go down. Nothing dies. Yeah. In a perfect world, nothing dies. So don't do that. You are staggering your own team. You are delaying your team to die. And you're going to feed enemy maybe 1000 ultimate charge. So let's say this is Grandmasters. If Winston press Q just now after Lucio is dead, Farah is dead, it's cause of throwing. But we are all not Grandmasters, so okay. But if you are Winston, yeah, if you are trying to capture the point, don't use your ultimate. Unless you're on Volskaya Industry, point B, you can press Q and push people to the cliff. Okay, do that. This map, you're defending, you use Winston Primal Rage to defend. Okay. And another thing for Winston player, if Anna Nano boosts you, to press Q, I'm going to scold you. Because your DPS when you punch people is very low. When you use your electric with nano boost, the damage is very, very crazy. It's 90 damage per second. Very, very, very crazy. You point that direction for 2 seconds, that fella gonna die. Okay, so yeah. And Mercy, if Winston with your Ana nano boost the Winston, physical damage boost Winston, he point his mouse in that direction, 1.5 seconds the person die. Okay. If you're Winston, don't use your ultimate here. And if you're Diva, if your team already lose the fight, please don't use your Diva bomb. I know some game last time, many seasons ago, you did one time. One time there's a perfect bomb when you use you put your bomb, 6% die, you cap the point, you win the game. I know that happens one every 2000 games. But most of the time when you use your ultimate, when you try to capture the point, when you're attacking, it's wrong to use when your teammate already dead. Okay? Somebody should call we lost a team fight, everybody just regroup. Okay? If I'm Mercy, I stop healing, I already walk back.
Out. Very sound good.
Like this, I'm not sure. Like here, I think you are considering should I continue to heal or not. Honestly, I don't know. Because you can make an argument, you can just use it. If I fight, I'm dead. Which is true. Okay, Diva just lost a mech. Here, Mercy, you can see clearly what's happening. Just call to your team. We lost a team fight. Okay, Diva no mech. Lucio don't have Lucio's dead. They just use Sound Barrier, they just use Dragon Blade. Let them use their ultimate. Let's just go back. Okay? Once you say that, Tracer can straight away go back, Farah can straight away go back. You do not need to feed them. Tracer, you do not need to feed them Farah. Because you didn't call it out, Winston used his ultimate, you waste your time and you feed enemy ultimate charge, which is going to be a very bad thing. So here definitely say, okay, stop fighting, back to base, regroup. Die faster. Okay, or get up. Okay. I'm just going to assume all of this is not relevant.
We go down.
Alright, yeah.
I'm very low actually. Can I get some? Oh, okay, I'm dead.
Farah, your teammate all dead already.
Back up.
Okay.
What else do we have? We have
That
another
pulse though,
Team
and you
order
still
has
couldn't do
gathered
it.
its scene.
clutch. No,
Sorry.
It's a good push. They use 2 ultimates to hold the point. You got 50%. Good job, man. Good job, man. They just burn 2 ultimates. What do you use? You use Pulse Bomb, you kill 3%, you get half. That's very good, man. I even thought you should retreat because you're 1 man down. Okay. It's very good result. It's very good result.
we already.
Hey, Genji shooting your Mercy. Mercy, please call for help. Genji spawn camping your Mercy. In the voice chat. Genji spawn camping your Mercy. You are Winston, you are Diva, you hear this, you better walk back and help your Mercy.
Quite down on manpower.
If the Genji is good, you are dead. Your teammate is so far. You are still trying to walk this path. The Genji is good, you are dead. If you didn't die, the Genji is not good.
I think the dog will be coming from here now. But
I think it was a
Please
form
go
and
back.
Okay, small tip. you're trying to regroup faster. Your Lucio player, please go to the base. Whoever just spawn, speed boost, come here. Okay. It will make a difference in maybe 1 out of 5 matches. Okay. All Lucio players should know this. Okay. If your team just died, unless you're the last person to die, please wait for the last person to respawn and speed boost so you can regroup faster.
Mercy, please. Please, Mercy, have mercy.
I think it's right for Mercy to keep an eye on, definitely not Tracer, tanks before the fight happen. Then again, Farah got poke potential. I think it's justified. I think yeah, okay. Before the team fight, unless the enemy is already shooting back, then I choose Farah. Okay.
Just look back.
Ah, let's drop. Oh god.
Okay. If Farah is half, then yeah.
Damage.
Okay.
Amplified.
Main tank, call where you want to attack from. Call out where the enemy is set up. Mercy now, a backline, they don't have any idea where the enemy is. If you're the main tank, you see where the enemy is, call out where they're setting up. Are they setting up behind the point? Are they setting up on high ground? If high ground, where is it? Is it on the opposite high ground? Is it on the right side high ground? From where you guys are. Okay, so this information helps. Okay.
Get the Genji, please.
Get the Genji, please. Who said that?
Oh, he's down.
Genji down, Genji down.
Genji down. Lucio, please speed boost and let's go cap the point. Okay, never mind.
Can push, can push.
Brigade next.
If there's a Reaper, I prefer that we call out where is Reaper. Then let's just make him use his fate before we dive in and bubble. Okay. I think that is a bit more correct.
Brigade next.
Right beside you.
Reaper's break.
Oh my god, cancel
Go Reaper.
Nerf this.
Oh, wow, I don't want to be here.
Time to raise my ATM.
My servants never
Genji
die.
1.
How did Lucio get out so fast? Seriously. What? How did they get out so fast? How did Lucio and Genji get out so fast? They just used that the last team fight, now they have it again. Maybe it's because we didn't just ask to go back faster. If that happened, they would not have Sound Barrier and Dragon Blade now. Back. Back.
Let's just go back.
I'm taking care of you. I have empowered you.
Okay, let's have a look at the team comp. They have Reaper, means your Winston and Diva can't just fly in without a plan. Because there's a Reaper and there's a Brigade now. Their team comp strength is fighting on the point. Your team comp strength is not fighting on the point, it's to kill one person, have a number advantage. So that's your team comp strength. Can be easily done because Tracer can farm a bomb 1 or 2 person, then you go on and capture the point. I still say I like your team comp better, to be honest. Their team comp has one very big weakness. They have not enough healing. Which is why that's why Lucio can get his ultimate so fast. That's probably why. I'm surprised he can get this out so fast. Because technically he's solo healing. Brigade doesn't heal that much. Okay. So how do you win? This person needs to die. Okay. Reaper needs to die. Or at least use his fate. Once he uses his fate, he's like dead. Okay. Lucio needs to die. He's the first person who needs to die. How do you kill Lucio? Second question. Not really easy. You don't really have something to kill Lucio. Yeah. I say you don't really have a way to kill Lucio. It's waiting for him to make mistake and feed. Which is okay, I guess. So the only way to win now is Tracer farm a bomb somebody. We 6v5 the enemy team. That's the strategy. You know.
Do you think I should swap heroes?
I don't think you need to swap hero. I think it's okay. Oh, I spoke too soon. Reaper McCree, very very good combo. Okay. This will deal with Pharah. This will deal with your tanks. Okay. It's very good combo. Their weakness is still on healing. If their weakness is on healing, you can do something like I almost want to say go Junkrat on attack, then I was thinking 2 CP, second place is so big, how to use Junkrat? I think I don't mind this. Maybe don't go for dive, go for death. Go for Rhine Zarya. Or go for Orisa. If you run Orisa, Reaper is almost useless. Unless he flanks. So Tracer just need to keep track of Reaper. Reaper is out of the game. Reaper's McCree's job is to take care of Pharah. He can't play aggressive. He play aggressive, he die, the team is going to die to Pharah. So actually he's under a lot of pressure. I think your team comp is okay. Just maybe change your main tank. Diva. Diva is actually okay against this line. I'll say go Reinhardt or Orisa. Only because of Reaper. Because Reaper he really makes Winston very hard to play. If you main Winston, you probably have ways to play around Reaper. I don't. That's why I'm saying that. Okay. If you have, yeah, just use your way.
Ideas?
Do you think I should swap?
Are we getting countered?
My
our dive is
damage
getting
spell
countered.
is
But,
upon you.
yeah, we're getting countered.
You're not really getting counted. This is your tank. Okay. Ryan go to Winston. Okay, I have no comments now. I like what I see.
Okay, we go and run.
They have a brigade and they have a Reaper. We're getting countered.
Yeah.
Reaper Brigade can't deal with
I
farmers.
think we can go Rhine Zarya.
Okay.
Yeah, Ryan Zara is a good call. Yes. Because Brigade can't stun the Ryan with Zara Power. It's very easy to play Reinhardt when you have a Zarya and Brigade to back up. They have a Brigade, so maybe a Zarya. Yeah, I like the call.
Yep.
Okay, now what are we running?
For Zaya, we need a Zaya. Can take change to Zaya.
A bit too much time wasted discussing on what picks to go. You want to go 3 DPS? Because I don't play scrims, I don't know if is it viable or not. If it's solo queue, run with it. This is okay. If you are playing solo queue, this is in fact very good. Your job is to bring Ashe to where Widows stand to snipe people. Okay, you want to run this, maybe Pharah need to switch to something else because Mercy and Ashe is very very strong. Mercy damage boost Ashe, one headshot somebody gonna die. Okay, if you want to run Pharah, Pharah play very very safe because Pharah have no healer. If you run Ashe, so maybe Pharah go Junkrat. Junkrat maybe don't need a healer that much, and Junkrat can stay beside Lucio. Pharah can't stay beside Lucio. Okay, so that's my opinion. You want to run this comp is okay. Just you need to make some adjustment. You want to run Ashe is okay. Just need to make some adjustment. Ashe will just farm Reaper. Ashe will just farm McCree. Ashe is good against Lucio. You throw a bomb. Oh my god, he needs to play very very good, else the team is gonna die to the bomb. Okay, so Pharah either play very very safe. Okay, or yeah, sorry, Pharah must play very safe. You can play a bit more aggressive once McCree's dead, and once D.Va is dead. Actually, Pharah got 2 counters now. Yeah, not such big fan of Pharah pick.
Clearing the area.
But I know in the middle of the game you want to think of what to change, what should be changed. It's a bit hard. This is all about team practice. The more you guys play together, you get better at this. So if you take time to change this, I think it's okay. If this is the first time you guys play together, I think it's perfectly okay.
They've got a lot of counter for you.
There we go, baby. Okay, so what's the plan? What's the plan? 4 of you guys dance on the point. And dance means, try to not die. Okay. Try to force them to go on the point and make sure nobody disturb Ash. Okay. So if this is a situation, first person who you can get rid of, Reaper or Lucio. These are the most threatening. McCree against what you have is like whatever, man. Unless he's like damn good, then too bad. Assuming everybody is equal level, McCree is not a very important person to get rid of against this. He probably picked McCree because you're running Tracer and Pharah. Okay, so that's one of a situation where I say, yeah, both DPS is counted by 1 pick. So it's not very good. But I think you guys, Tracer is playing very well now. The bomb just got up the point.
Don't use your ults.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Enchanting
McCree just rolled. Why?
your damage.
Who's shooting him?
Oh no.
Oh. Now this is where Mercy is very good. You make a mistake like this on attack, just call out, wait. Let me rest Tracer, but it's still going. Okay? Which is why I like Mercy on attack. Because I know she doesn't heal that much, but in case stuff like this happens, which it happens a lot in solo queue, you can minimize the downtime. You get more times to attack the objective. Without this, maybe you get 2 or 3 team push, 2 or 3 team fights. But with this rest, you can get 3 or 4 team fights. That's a very huge deal. Okay. If you're Reinhardt and your Tracer just died, don't go in. Just your job now is not to farm ultimate. Your job is to block and let Mercy rest your Tracer so you can do a 6v6. Okay. If you die here, this push is over. We have to waste another 30 seconds, 40 seconds to wait for the full team regroup. Okay. Your Tracer just died to a McCree. Your job number 1 is to make sure Mercy can rest without dying. Not to put yourself into danger and risk dying. Imagine if Mercy is rezzing Tracer now, you're already dead. Okay, so yeah. Priorities.
Where does it hurt?
Mercy rest. Okay. Mercy missed the rest because of Reinhardt overextending. Okay. So you just wasted. Let's assume 150 you can start the push. When's the second push going to start? Unless not the enemy here is like 2 out of 6, then yeah, come over here and see who is out of position, go and punish them. If it's only a D.Va, it's still okay. But if the entire enemy team is here and they have a Widow there, then this is soft throwing going in 5v6. Especially on 2 CP second point. When enemy have the spawn advantage. What is this? Ash, okay. Okay, I did not check the bubble usage just now, so I don't know. But if this time you do not have the bubble for the Reinhardt, then both tanks 50% on Reinhardt's because with 50% error on Reinhardt because he go in when he's not supposed to go in, and 50% on you because you didn't bubble him when enemy charge. All of this feeding ultimate and dying can be avoided if this didn't happen. Okay, so first things, Tracer, your team is pushing here. You probably want to flank from the other side. I don't play Tracer, so this might not be the best advice, but I imagine if your team is pushing right side, Tracer want to flank from the left side. Okay, I imagine that's how Tracer is played. If you're always going to stick with the Reinhardt, then pick Soldier. If you're going to play Soldier and play like a soldier, you pick Soldier. If you're going to follow the team, then maybe you pick Soldier. If you're going to do more flanks, then go for Tracer. If you're picking Tracer, you're going with the team. You can say, yes, I want to be unpredictable. Sometimes I flank from the other side, sometimes I follow the team. Okay, if you say it that way, I can accept. But all of this feeding, dying to Reaper and wasting time, all this can be avoided if Reinhardt, after Tracer dying, you don't go in front. Just make sure the rest is up. All of this won't happen. Okay, everything that happened after this is because of this. So I'm not even going to comment about what happens after this. Okay, all this can be avoided.
Casting a spell on you.
I'm pretty sure that Brigade is out also.
Why is Ash doing out there?
Reinhardt is hammered down.
Good as new. Casting a spell on you.
Pretty sure that Brigade.
Okay, I don't know what happened, but why is Ash dying so late? This is late even for solo kill. Once Tracer and Reinhardt is dead, somebody call, okay, regroup or die. Go back to base or die. Regroup or die. Then just make it quick. Ash, you heard that already. Then either you walk back to base or you, if you're out of position, just die quickly. This is wasting time. Okay, a lot of time is wasted on this second point Hanamura. A lot of time is wasted.
That's out also.
I'm pretty sure they are McVie is out.
Yeah, McCree definitely is out.
I have empowered you.
Well, Ash is still down, so let's just wait here.
Correct call. Ash is down. Let's just wait here. Okay, it's good to say it out, so we do not go in and further stagger ourselves. Okay, Tracer has pulse bomb. What Tracer supposed to do now? Prepare to flank. Okay, Tracer has power bomb. Nobody else has out. Okay, Lucio got out. We got support outs up. So what is the win condition? Win condition: Tracer bomb somebody. Hopefully Lucio. If not Lucio, never mind. Bomb the Brigade. Use sound barrier. Fight on the point. Okay.
I think
If you can pick off Reaper as please do it. Then you just guarantee the win.
Diva also going to have.
I think can play you call shots.
Diva got out. It's not going to be so important because it doesn't affect how you're going to play. If Reaper got out, you know, okay, on this map, there's a few spots where he can use it very, very nicely. Or there's only like a few ways where he can use very, very nicely. If Reaper got out, let's prevent him from doing those things. Diva got out, there's not much you can do. It doesn't change how you're going to play the following fight. So that doesn't affect. If enemy got graph, call out. Why? Because it really changed how you're going to play. If you know enemy got graph, you're attacking, then do a dry push, force the Zarya to use her out. Sorry, do a dry push or force the enemy Zarya to use her out. Pressure her. Okay, a lot of Zarya will just press Q and they're gonna die. I see that every game. So yeah. And you know enemy got Zarya got out. If you want to do a drive push, stick together. If you don't want to do a drive push, split up. Okay? If you want her to waste her graph, and you have Zenyatta Transcendence, that's your win condition. Let the enemy Zara waste ultimate, and we use Transcendence, and we win the game.
Either
I'm
mean,
taking
either
care
or
of
crit
you.
coin cost drop. Either tank to call.
60 seconds.
If you're Ashe, I imagine it's very similar to Widow. You want to be at the sniper location, which is this door and this door. Sorry, this window and that window, not door. Okay, you want to be there. So how do you set up there? Follow the team. Let the team go in. Okay. Yes, you have dynamite. That's something which other snipers don't have. Use your dynamite. Throw at the choke. The dynamite is to tell people you get away from this area or you take a lot of damage. They see the dynamite, they should be backing away from the choke so your team can push in. Okay, once your team push in, you set up on the high ground. I don't think they have anything to deal with you. McCree Reaper, D.Va, they only have one D.Va to deal with you. So if D.Va is busy, you can just go farm stuff. Okay. So that is how you want to set up a sniper. I mean, the whole team should know this. So you know if you have a sniper, Widow, Hanzo, Ashe. That's how you want to set up a sniper. Zone the enemy a little. Use your E, use your shift. Usually it's the E to ask the enemy to get away from this area we want to go in. Okay, then allow the sniper to set up at the position. Then you guys chase enemy away from the high ground. Chase them away from this area and try to occupy them. Try to keep the enemy team busy on the point. Yep. If you're running a Zarya, side objective, that was the main objective. Side objective is to farm your energy and become the third DPS. Okay.
Okay. We go straight and then we turn left, yeah?
Okay. I don't care if that's a best decision or not. The fact that somebody said that, good. Go there, turn left. Okay. Just which time to turn left? The first turning or second turning? I assume it's the first. Okay, I assume. That doesn't change how you. Okay, Brigade ultimate. It's whatever, you can continue to fight. Doesn't change your ultimate much. I mean, that doesn't change the way you're going to do the next engagement much. It's not sound barrier. If what you heard is a losing sound barrier, then everybody just wait. Okay, let's count to. How long does it last? Let's just count to 5 and we go in. If they just use the sound barrier, what you do now is your team move away from this area. Okay, don't stand here. Just back out. Let them waste your sound barrier. Okay, but Brigade, yeah, the ultimate is a bit like whatever.
My healing spell is upon me.
Jump down, jump down.
I'm not sure how much I like that call. Jump down. I really don't know, man.
Jump.
Just go point.
Okay. But if you already said that, then everybody just do it.
Go point.
Point.
Oh, I don't have
Behind
that.
me.
Did someone?
I wonder where's your Ashe. When McCree said that, usually he should be dead now. Why do I say so? Because there's nothing to protect him.
My healing spell is upon me.
Jump down, jump down.
Jump.
Ashe, you do not want to jump down. No. You should be standing here. This is a sniper position. You should be here, scoping. Okay, preferably on the left side, because here McCree is very near. McCree can two-shot you. You want to be further to the left, the Widow spot, so you can two-shot him. He can't two-shot you. You totally do not want to jump down. No. I assume if you're here, McCree say high noon, then you just headshot him, he's dead. Okay. So I totally disagree with Ashe. You're not supposed to jump down, you're a sniper, man. Come on.
Just go point.
No. Zara should be the one going down. I should be the one standing here.
Go point.
Oh, Don't have top.
Did someone?
The reason I paused is because I was thinking, would I have done the same thing? I probably wouldn't have done the same thing. Like in the first place, if I'm the Ashe, I wouldn't have jumped down. But then if the Reinhardt and Zarya is on the right side, I'm Ashe, I'm on the left side, I'm forced to leave the area. I don't know, man.
Oh, they come to so.
Oh, he held it for damn long.
You are being forced to make a very, very hard choice. I'm not sure if I'll say it's wrong. Because your teammates made a decision that you have no say in. I'm really not sure about this, man. Seriously.
No long range.
Don't die that easily.
It's the last push. There's no choice.
One push. We go by front.
I'm taking care of you. Spotted them.
Ow.
Ash, you need to work on your positioning and timing. Positioning is partially when you should appear there. Like this is the place. If just now you are there, fantastic. Now you are there, not so good. But I understand it's a last push. So okay, I might have done the same thing because it's the last push. But I don't think anything here there's much you guys can do. The most important part was the second push before they set up properly. There. And if they have a Rhine and yes, they have a brigade. That's one way you can, but of course this needs practice among the team. One way you can see, if you saw just now that's their team comp, you can say, okay, you want to run this. What we're gonna do is we run Reinhardt Zarya brigade. We just win the Reinhardt barrier. We don't care. We just win the Reinhardt barrier. We just win the Reinhardt fight, and we force the defender to jump off the high ground. Then Ashe can just go farm people from there. Okay, I know it's easy for me to say. I'm not under any pressure now. But yeah. But I don't think there's much I can help you on the last two team fights. That's like. Okay, so that's my VOD review for the first attacking phase.
Do you think?
One. Attackers incoming.
2 shield tanks, it doesn't
Yeah,
work.
John Smith, can you go Zarya?
2 shield tanks at higher levels doesn't work, but in Gold and Platinum it's actually quite good. To be honest with you, it's actually quite good.
I will pass your feedback on to Ify. I believe
What's the
you
plan?
should be pleased.
Marathon,
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Double barrel is what we call a cheese comp, which is you're gambling everything on one thing that the enemy won't do. Okay, I'm not even sure what the correct answer is for double barrier, because double barrier with a bastion is so annoying. So annoying.
Defend objective.
Double barrier with a Mei. Whoa, you give people cancer. Oh, double barrier Mei bastion. Oh, you give people cancer, which is quite good. Okay, you want to run with this? If you want to run with this, it's okay. The person who doesn't belong here is Ana. swap Ana off for Brigade. Why? Because if you set up correctly, let's see where you set up. If you set up correctly, the only way they can win is they need Diva to dive in Matrix, and somehow another two divers just dive her. Tracer, Genji, dive her at the same time. It's going to be very hard to pull off while Hanzo Storm Arrow from behind. Ooh. It's going to be very hard to do, honestly. Like this first point, Reinhardt, Bastion. Okay, Bastion Orisa is very good with a top turret. I actually have a way to set up this. It's actually quite cool. It's quite hard to.
Do I need to change?
No, no.
I thought you.
Ana, yeah, I think you need to change. I think so. Because you're running a cheese comp, 99% of the time Ana is the right pick because you're running a cheese comp, double stationary defense, one wall. This is very cheesy. They need to play very perfect to counter you, and they need to know the correct answer, else you just win. You do this type of comp when, let's say, you play this map. Attackers get 2 points, you get 2 points. Now it's overtime. Okay, overtime. You want to defend, do a full hold. Then you run this. Yeah.
I can go hot, or what?
This works too.
The whole idea.
One. Attack.
The whole idea behind top and bastion comp is you want to set up early, you want to set up on the high ground. It's the game already start. You guys are still here. Obviously not good, but how this can be solved is by playing more among each other and just let the shot caller decide. The shot caller for team comp decide what we're gonna run and just trust he make a right decision. Too much discussion sometimes it will really hurt you. Like, I don't think you guys have enough time to set up the correct defense. Like, the game already started, you're still on point B.
Incoming. Defend objective A.
Okay, very good angle. Orisa here, Bastion here, top turret here. See where my mouse is? You put it on the roof. Okay, for the enemy to break this defense, they need to dive. They need to have 3 or 4 divers diving your Bastion at the same time. So what can Brigade do? You see a Diva coming in, you press shift and kick the Diva away. Okay, or you have a Roadhog. You see the Diva coming in, you hook the Diva. Okay, the monkey come in, Bastion shoot him, the monkey die. It's not a problem. It's Diva or the Hammond. Hammond, yeah, he can come in and knock everybody around, but I don't know how to play around Hammond yet, so I'm not good. Let's just assume Hammond don't exist. You have Orisa here, you have Bastion here, you have top turret here, you have Mercy, damage boosting the Bastion. Delicious. Then you have Mei. Okay, what is Mei for? Mei is to make sure the only way they can come in is 3 at a time. Haha. In solo queue, if everybody can do this, I mean, we talk about solo queue like what? In solo queue, you see, you have Orisa, you speak a Torbjorn, you see, sorry. In solo queue, you see a Bastion, you see a Torbjorn, you pick Orisa, you do this. Probably very easy to pull off. Okay. It requires the enemy Tracer and Genji to just switch, which, you know, solo queue people don't want to switch heroes, so it's good. Okay. Where Ana should be standing. Okay, Bastion, very simple, just stand behind Orisa. Where Ana should be standing. You want to heal this team without getting dove. I don't even know where Ana should be standing, which is why I say Ana is the weird one standing out here. I really don't know where you should be standing. 99% of the time, Ana will be, instead of going straight to the point, you turn right and you heal your team from that safe spot. Okay, but if you stand there, I'm pretty sure you can't heal here. If you want to stand here and heal, where are you going to heal? You can come here, turn left, go up the stairs, stand up here where my mouse is, and try to heal from here. But if you do that, if they dive you instead of Bastion, you're dead. Okay, but I assume they dive the Bastion because they can't see you. Okay, if you set up on this high ground, your sleep dart is probably not going to land. So far away, it's very hard to land the sleep dart. So pro and cons. Like I really don't know. But maybe somebody who play Ana can comment on this. Yeah. Mercy, please damage boost your Bastion. You're running Bastion, you don't need a Tracer. Seriously. Play something that help Bastion delete his counter. His counter is Junkrat number 1. Because on this map, Junkrat can just stand behind this and throw grenade into here. He can hit them for free. Okay? Get something to delete the Junkrat. Get something to delete the Hanzo. Or Hanzo can come in while you're distracted. Come in all the way. What I do is I climb to the high ground without anybody knowing. I let my team go and feed first because my team always know how to feed. So they feed. The second time they come and push, when everybody is looking at this area, I'll come over here. I just kill the Bastion in 2 seconds. Okay, so if enemy got Hanzo, what you wanna do? Actually, it's quite a hard counter. Send somebody to make sure nobody sneak it from the right side. That's all I can say. But Tracer and Bastion, I don't think they mix together. Hanzo and Bastion work very well. I like to see a Bastion on my team. Seriously. Who should the second DPS be? Most of the time when I see people running Bastion, they go triple support. Because Bastion is going to do so much damage anyway. Why do we even need a Tracer? We don't need a soldier definitely. You want to run a Mei? Perfect. I'll say maybe Tracer, don't run Tracer on defense for this map. Mei Bastion. 2 healers, 2 tanks. Sounds good enough for me. Okay.
I expect them to play against you.
Mercy, please go and heal. Oh, what are you doing here? You don't want to stand here. If you're running Bastion or Risa as Ana, you don't want to stand here. Number 1, you don't have a barrier. They run any snipers, which a lot of people run sniper on this map. You're gonna die. Number 2, the flanker can just come into this small room. Here, they can't really shoot them, and they go for you first before they go for Bastion. You don't want to be here. Really, you don't want to be here. Tracer, you don't want the whole team to see you first. You want the whole team to see you last. Oh, there's a Tracer behind. No, don't show your face. So please. If you're running a Bastion or Risa, it's something like an all-in. So you need to play. You need to build around the Bastion. You need to build around a Torbjorn. No. This and Ana, no.
No, they're playing dive.
Yep, they're playing dive.
They're playing semi-dive.
Okay. In a perfect world, if you have a Torbjorn turret here, you have a Bastion. Okay, I don't know what Bastion see that make him move up. I really don't know. But I question this decision. If I'm a Bastion, what I usually do is I trust my teammate. I trust my teammate and I pray very, very hard. Please, my teammate don't be total idiots. Pray so that they heal me. Okay. Usually it works. My teammate will heal me because they know Bastion is a gamble. We play around you. We hope the enemy have no answer for you. Okay. So Bastion, you trust your teammate. You don't move away. Just stand there and shoot things. If it's only a Winston dive in and you move, then that's definitely wrong. But I don't know what you're seeing that make you move. Winston dive in like that, shoot him. If Mercy damage boost Bastion, when Winston come in, he's either dead or very, very low. So yeah, you're running a Bastion. Please, everybody, all in. Give him all the power. He will carry you.
Some assistance.
Oh, now you're screwed. Bastion looking behind. Diva looking in front of Bastion. Diva can headshot the Bastion. Oh my god. This is why you want the second tank to be a Roadhog. Even if it's Reinhardt, it's okay. Monkey, you come here, I take my hammer and smack you. Okay? Diva, you come here, I take my hammer and smack you. Stay away from my Bastion. It's okay. Double barrier. If it's double barrier, you don't even need to worry about jungle. Come, burst. We got 2 barriers. Enjoy shooting it while we farm your teammates. Who is the second tank? Your Bastion is very exposed, very vulnerable. Now one Tracer blink in, this Bastion is going to die immediately. Okay. This is the problem of focus fire and Mercy not boosting the Bastion. If the Winston die, all of this won't happen. Zarya Orisa is a very bad idea. I think Zarya and Bastion is a bad idea. I think I might be wrong. You want to play Bastion or Orisa? Play Roadhog to hook the monkey, to hook the Diva. Okay. You will be surprised. The hook will just win you the team fight. Okay. You already lost this point, so I'll just.
You just build on it.
Nothing you do here will change. Already lost the team fight.
Hello.
Okay, now you ask yourself. Okay, they're running dive. How are we going to do anti-dive? Any team need to have ideally 3 team comps. One is if you want to dive, who is going to play what? This has to be discussed earlier. If you want to play poke comp, long range comp, death ball, who is going to play what? Second. Number 3 is if you want to play goats, just discuss it because goats OP currently. Just discuss it. Yeah. And number 4, anti-dive because a lot of people just used to play dive because dive comp has been around for over 1 year. A lot of people they know how to play dive, so need something to answer anti-dive. Bastion Orisa, Roadhog, quite good anti-dive. Torbjorn, very good anti-dive. Brigid, very good anti-dive. After she's nerfed, I don't know. Okay. Moira, very good anti-dive. Ana, very terrible against dive. Zenyatta, very bad against dive. So don't run Ana then. Moira, Brigid, Mercy is okay. Lucio is okay. So those are so now you need to know what is the lose condition. Lose condition is just now. The attackers they did a lot of damage. They probably have 1 or 2 ultimates. You guys, I don't think you did a lot of damage. So now the idea is to stall the point. You see this? Why is good to stall a point against dive comp? Mei is very good to stall the point. Okay. Get something to. Winston is good to stall the point because dive comp can't really kill Winston. They have what? Doomfist, Tracer, Genji. None are like very bad against. All are like quite bad against Winston. So get a Winston. Enemy run dive, then if they decide to run dive, don't run Orisa. It's very hard to play Orisa against dive. They just need to wait for you to use your bubble, to use your shield, and then they dive in another direction. If they dive before you use the barrier, it's their own mistake. Okay, it means they're stupid. But if you're playing Orisa, it's very hard to play against dive unless you have some very godly right clicks. But then again, Diva can just eat your hot. So yeah. So I expect if enemy go commit full dive, then you need to change immediately, man. All of this has to be discussed earlier. If you want to discuss now, it's going to be very panic. You can't think clearly. So if they immediately cap the second point and you lose, whatever, man, that's expected because they already can snowball you.
It's okay.
The last thing you want to do now is go out and feed again. Don't.
Come back.
Yes, come back.
My
Good call.
That was a bad starting position. We cannot set up at the high ground.
Yeah.
With Orisa, I need to set up at the door.
Need to sell on the.
Set up on the high ground on the reset Bastion is actually correct. Set up at the door, not really, because Bastion really needs your cover. Bastion's not very good at that point. People can easily flank from the left side. You set up on the high ground, it's very hard for them to flank. They'll need to take damage all the way. So Orisa position was correct. Bastion was correct.
Left.
It's just y'all didn't fully commit to the comp. They fully commit to dive. So yeah.
They Reaper, they get destroyed by Reaper.
Enemy going full dive. Once again, don't play Tracer. So just don't play flankers on defense unless you damn good. Damn good. Which don't happen even in diamond. So flankers can't really have sustain, and in solo queue, if you have the mechanics to go and farm people from spawn camp, go ahead, play your Tracer, play your Genji. If you can't, then there are better picks for the team. Okay. This is pretty okay though, to be honest. This is pretty okay. It's saying we will just fight you on the point. The problem is they have this annoying thing, which you do not have anything to delete this further. Now all they need to do is nano the Winston or nano blade, then they just win the point. So I really don't know how to help you. Sorry, I have no idea, man. If they come in with nano blade, no nano Winston.
I probably never Reaper. Python, you play Reaper?
Why is everybody so spread out? You don't want to be spread out like this. No.
Genji from the side, from the right side.
This is one mistake leading to another mistake. Doomfist is clearly out of position. Because Doomfist is out of position, Lucio need to go and bail him out. So now 2% is out of position. If anything happened because of this, is Doomfist out of position, then you lost the point. Okay, Doomfist, you get Diva out of mech. Your teammate need your help. Lucio, please speed boost and go help up there. Doomfist, there's two choices. One, you can go and kill baby Diva, or just leave her. At higher level, we just leave her. Whatever, man. You don't have your mech, we are not afraid of you. We go and kill your teammates. Baby Diva is nothing. Okay? Don't waste your time here.
No one.
Okay, they didn't snowball, they just donated Diva for you. Good.
Contesting the Genji because the Genji is
Where's the Genji?
building it up church. Yeah?
Who's that? Tracer. Tracer, please don't stand in front of the barrier. Okay, we have blue barrier. This is your how do I okay, this is your barrier, this is enemy barrier. Okay, here are your team. Oops, here are your teammates. Okay, everybody behind barrier. Simply door 1 2 3 4 5 6. Oops. Here's the enemy. Tracer should be here or here, quite far away huh? Or here. The last place Tracer want to be is here. You don't want to be here. Anything happen, you're going to be Tracer standing here is soft throwing, by the way. Nobody should be here, in fact. Now, why should Tracer be here? Because you're a flanker. You want to shoot behind the barrier. That's the point of being a flanker. You want to shoot behind, and that's why I say I don't like to see flankers on defense, because there's not a lot of chances for you to flank the enemy. It depends on enemy being stupid, and okay, to be honest, there's a lot of stupid people in this game, so it's okay. But you want to play flanker, okay, fine, but please shoot from this angle, not in front of you. If your tracer, is almost your job to not group up with your team. That's why tracer not easy to play. Reinhardt just killed Ana. What is Ana doing there? Good fire strike, but I really don't know what Ana is doing. How can you die to fire strike as Ana? A lot of donation. Enemy donate you two things. To donate you Diva, they donate you Ana. Very, very charitable enemy. Very, very, very charitable.
My ultimate is
Okay, you got two picks. What shot caller can do? Okay, we got two picks. Everybody set up a high ground. We want to be in a better position. The worst place to defend from is where you're standing now as a team. It's the worst place to defend. It's the only place you only defend like this if you're very, very desperate. Okay, how did the other team defend just now? They are setting up on this place, top left corner. Okay, with Reinhardt, with Zarya, very, very strong defense, very hard to crack. So you got two picks. Wait, Diva dead, Ana dead, the main healer is dead. Okay, we got their main healer. We are in no risk to lose the point. Everybody please follow Lucio. Wow. Shot caller should say that, right?
They just building here.
They won their first game with us.
Enemy making mistake because they are not doing a full regroup. If you guys have the coordination, Lucio say, okay, we got two picks. I'm going to speed boost, we're going to dive them. Then we just go and go farm some ultimates, go farm the enemy. You can do one of those two things. Standing here and poke is not what you want to do. Okay? Because you have the speed advantage. You have Lucio. I don't think they have Lucio. They have Ana and Brick. You got whenever you have a speed advantage, you can punish your enemies. And I see a lot of gold, even like low plat players, they don't punish people who overextend. Come to think about it, even plat, I don't see people punishing a lot of punishing. Like, this is a very good opportunity. Last time when I grew up with my friend, he's like very high level, seriously. When that happened, two picks, they will just say in the voice comm, okay, let's go, stagger, and everybody will rush and just go and farm the enemy team for ultimates. That's why they get ultimate very fast. Okay. In solo queue, if you're in gold, don't do this unless you are the DPS who can kill people very fast. Like sniper, go ahead. Your tracer, go ahead. Your Genji, go ahead. If you're doing scrim, yes, you can do it. In solo queue, if you tell people to go stagger the enemy, they don't know what you're talking about, and end up you go out and there's a 4 enemy that you 1v4. End up you throw the game. The correct decision actually loses you the game. So yeah, if you solo queue, don't do this. Thanks. If you're the enemy Winston, you just wasted your bubble. Thank you very much. You donated the bubble. You want to regroup, please regroup at your base. It's because here we are very good people, we do not go and punish you. But you Winston, you really should be punished. Your team should be punished. You just wasted the barrier. It's very, very good, man. Uh-oh. Okay. This happened twice. Doomfist out of position. Doomfist is trying to play Tracer. If you have a tendency to play that way, like go in front of the team, try to get picks, you can consider playing another hero. You can consider playing flanker or play sniper. That's how you want to play. So Doomfist, I don't think that's what you want to do. Doomfist, you basically you set up, you wait for the enemy to make a mistake, then you do your combo. It's playing the waiting game, especially on defense. You want to go and make something happen, that's more of a flanker role. Doomfist isn't really a flanker. Okay, you want to flank can, please communicate each other. I'm going to dive in, please bubble me. Okay, so and Lucio, please prepare to speed boost me, speed boost me. Zen, please op me. I'm going to dive in. Communicate your team. Else, don't do this sort of things on defense. If we lose the point now, it's because of this.
I found.
Did Reinhardt just kill Ana with Fire Strike again? Please tell me I'm dreaming.
Objective B.
No one contested the Genji because the Genji is building it up church, right?
I found.
I hope I'm dreaming, else this is actually...
My ultimate is charging.
They're just building here.
Oh yeah, it might actually be true.
Won their first 25, just like
I was like, deja vu, how do you die twice to the same thing? Oh, it actually happened. So Doomfist overextended twice. First time not punished, second time punished. Somehow, Ana from the far range still managed to get hit by Fire Strike and die. So we have to give credit to the Reinhardt for aiming the Fire Strike in such a way that the Ana cannot dodge. So I don't know if the Ana player is blind or the Reinhardt just have some crazy aim or crazy prediction. One of the above, I don't know, because it's not Reinhardt point of view. Can't comment.
I'll do this just.
And hopefully Ana don't watch this video, else going to report me for toxicity. But it's true, because you're an idiot, you die to a Fire Strike twice. Okay. If you know enemy running Doomfist, you're Lucio, just think who they're gonna dive. Probably not gonna be you. Probably going to be Mercy or Ana. Just be prepared. So you should be looking at the other healer, not looking at the choke. When this happens, it's a bit too late. Mercy probably gonna die. So what you can do as Lucio, you see the Doomfist press E, going to slam the ground, push him away from the Mercy, interrupt his combo, and he's going to be in a lot of trouble. This is partially, the enemy Doomfist is doing this partially because your Doomfist just donated himself, so he don't feel there's anything that can trouble him. So yeah. If you're playing healer, most of the time it's correct to look at your teammate rather than looking at the enemy. I know you're Lucio, you want to build out, but some things are more important than the other.
The Diva at the top.
Okay. Too fast for me. I need to slow it down.
I'll do this just die. The Diva at the top.
Okay, unlucky. You use your book before Genji Blade, so there's nothing I can say. If you use your book after Genji Blade, then I'll say, okay, the most important thing for you to do now is look at your Mercy, and when you see the Genji, push him away from your Mercy. That's the most important thing for you to do now. Fun fact for this map, pushing them to the low ground, if they can't wall climb or they can't jump like Winston Diva, if it's a Reinhardt, you push him down there, it's like pushing him to the cliff and killing him for 7 seconds. Okay, so that's one of the things you can look to do too. But right now, the most important thing is to make sure Mercy is safe. I know it's quite hard to pull off, to be honest. But now you guys are 2 down. Mercy, I don't know your situation. I know just now Doomfist already took away half of your health, so one swipe Dragon Blade you're gonna die. So if you die, I don't think it's much you can do. Besides, like, if your Doomfist die to enemy Doomfist, then just look where he died and like prepare that the Doomfist probably gonna come from that direction. Okay, so that's on awareness.
Meteor strike.
Oh, so many ultimates. Nano Blade and Doomfist. I don't blame you guys if you lose the point here, man. 3 ultimates.
Get a big attack.
Okay, if you're Mercy, a lot of people died. Let's just assume that the clock is not so near. If the clock is all the way there, just wait for a teammate to respawn and go together. But I understand that the clock is here. It's not easy to make a decision. Okay, so this game was lost by Doomfist flanking there. On the first point defense, it was lost because didn't set up early enough, didn't fully support the Bastion. If it's not supported that way, it's very hard for it to work. Bastion, if the Winston dive behind you, don't turn your back and show your head, the hitbox, critical hitbox towards the enemy where they're coming from. You're gonna die. Just ask somebody to do the Winston. Ideally, when Winston jump in with the mercy damage boost, you'll deal a lot of damage to him. So he's like solo, somebody can go finish him. Or just ignore him. When you're running a Bastion count, Winston is nothing, man. Just ignore him. You can kill him last, it's okay. So that's the more important points where I think decided the game. Okay. Yep. So that's the first VOD review I do for GIT. Hopefully it's useful. Okay. Yep. So leave feedback if you have any questions. Just ask in Discord. Ask which timestamp. If I'm not very clear, maybe I can elaborate, or I can explain, or we can discuss. You say I disagree with the point you make here. We can discuss about it. I'm not always right. You know. I'll be happy if I'm right 60% of the time. In fact, okay. So thanks for watching, and that's all for the video.